So we have one, okay. Motion carries. Vote was 4-1 with Mr. Sherlock. Vote nay. If I get to moving too fast, Ms. Sherlock, or anybody, you vote nay, make sure that your vote counts. Okay, we're down to number 3. Need a motion to approve the employment of Taylor Smith, Wirt County Primary Center / Middle School CIS Site Resource Facilitator, effective for 25-26 school year with completion of required paperwork. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Okay, Mr.
So as you recall, we have applied for a CIS position at primary middle school. The board authorized that. We have gotten that grant, we posted it, and I'm happy to bring it Taylor to you as a successful candidate, since that's both primary and middle. Mrs. Taylor and Mrs. Sigmund both sat in on interviews and interviewed the candidate, and as per the letter in your packet, Danielle and Mrs. Sigmund are recommending Taylor Smith as the successful candidate for that position.
She's in one place that she's only had Anderson in one place.
Correct. Well, I
But
think
she's
that's
going
fair.
by, she's going by Smith.
Yes.
Okay, very good.
I think that's, Smith is her married name, Anderson.
Yeah, I remember Taylor. She tremendous artist. Okay, any questions? Any further questions? Hearing none, we have a motion to approve the employment of Taylor Smith as Wirt County Primary Center Middle School CIS Site Resource Facilitator, effective for 25-26 school year with completion of required paperwork. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. I'm glad to see that we started that at the primary middle. It's been a positive for our high school. Okay, down to number 4. Need a motion to approve the employment of Don Myers, summer program teacher, Wirt County High School, effective June 9th, 2025.
So moved.
Mr. McCown.
So as you recall, the last board meeting, we kind of forgot to put high school summer school on there, so we authorized that, we posted it, and Mr. Myers, this position, and Eric Cheeseman, the next on the agenda are the 2 successful candidates for those positions.
Okay, we're backing that up to June 9th because that's when we actually started their employment. Any questions? Hearing none, we have a motion to approve the employment of Don Myers, summer program teacher, Wirt County High School, effective June 9th, 2025. All in favor say aye. Aye, opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. And need a motion to approve the employment of Eric Cheeseman for summer program teacher, Wirt County High School, effective June 9th, 2025.
So moved.
Mr. McKenna?
Same deal.
Same deal. Any questions? Hearing none, we have a motion to approve the employment of Eric Cheeseman, summer program teacher, Wirt County High School, effective June 9th, 2025. All in favor say aye. Aye, opposed say nay. Ayes have it. Motion carries. Well, Eric, you'll get paid for those days now.
Thank you.
Okay, we're down to, need a motion to accept the employment of Christopher Chad Williams, head varsity boys basketball coach, effective, Wirt County High School, effective 2025-26 school year, completion of required paperwork. Do I have a motion?
So,
Mr. McCown.
so his information is in your packet, and he is with us this evening out in the studio audience, and Mr. Cheeseman, who was on the selection committee for that hire also. So, I believe it was like Lemony Snicket, a series of unfortunate events the last board meeting. The internet was down, you didn't have your packet, and couldn't see things. You had some questions for me that I didn't have the answer to. I believe the Chad has completed his SSAC required trainings and in the process of getting the WPGE Form 39 done. And so, happy to entertain any questions that you might have.
No, it was nothing personal. We just want to make sure that people were iron are certified. And, so he will not start until Form 39.
And he's received and signed a contract and a contract.
Okay, very good. Any other questions? Hearing none, we have a motion to accept the employment of Christopher Chad Williams, head varsity boys basketball coach, Wirt County High School, effective for 25-26 school year with completion of the required paperwork. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Ayes have it. Okay, need a motion to approve the employment of Christopher Long, assistant cross-country coach, Wirt County High School, effective for 25-26 school year, to completion of the required paperwork.
So moved.
And his paperwork will be contract, right? Yes, he's already coached members as the upper start. Any questions? Here none. We have a motion to approve the employment of Christopher Long, assistant cross-country coach, Wirt County High School, effective for 25-26 school year with completion of the required paperwork. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. I need a motion to approve the employment of Hannah Harbarger, yearbook sponsor, Wirt County Middle School, effective for 25-26 school year, completion of her required paperwork.
So moved.
So nothing to add for applications in the packet.
Any questions on Hannah? Have a motion to employ Hannah Harbarger, yearbook sponsor, Wirt County Middle School, effective 25-26 school year with completion of the required paperwork. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Need a motion to approve the employment of Ryan Watson, assistant boys basketball coach, Wirt County Middle School, effective for 25-26 school year with completion of his required paperwork.
So, yeah, applications in the packet.
And then he has, I know he has his SSAC. Okay, any questions? Here none. We have a motion to approve the employment of Brian Watson, assistant boys basketball coach, Wirt County Middle School, effective for 25-26 school year with completion of the required paperwork. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, the motion carries. And need a motion to approve the employment of Matthew Walker, golf coach, Wirt County Middle School, effective for 25-26 school year, completion of his required paperwork.
So moved.
Yeah, nothing to add.
And he's one of our employees already, so I'm sure probably it's just contract. Okay, any other questions? Here none. We have a motion to approve the employment of Matthew Walker, golf coach, Wirt County Middle School, effective for 25-26 school year, the completion of the required paperwork. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it. Motion carries. And the motion to approve the employment of John Smith, assistant golf coach, Wirt County Middle School, effective for 25-26 school year, with completion of his required paperwork. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Okay, this person, I don't know.
So this is a parent of students who are involved, and I will have to check.
Okay, they do have SSA station. Yeah, they do. So they need.
I need to check.
Do I need to slow down, gentlemen?
Yes, please.
Questions? Am I good?
There's no answers on here about whether he's certified or not.
I will double check that before we send the contract.
I know he has SSA.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, it's not answers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay.
So you'll need Form 39. Good, gentlemen?
Yes, sir.
I mean, I don't mind.
No, you're good. I just couldn't bring.
Okay, so we have a motion to approve the employment of John Smith, assistant golf coach, Wirt County Middle School, effective for 25-26 school year, completion of his required paperwork. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Need a motion to approve the employment of Tracy Murray, kindergarten supervisory, grade 2E cat, at Wirt County Primary Center, effective for 25-26 school year, completion of her required paperwork.
So moved.
And her paperwork will be fun. Yeah, she's already.
Yeah, we had several applicants, but Tracy was the most senior, so therefore was successful applicant.
Any other questions? Hearing none, we have a motion to approve Tracy Murray, kindergarten supervisory A2, ECAT, Wirt County Primary Center, effective for 25-26 school year with completion of the required paperwork. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Need a motion to approve the employment of Janet Frazier, substitute teacher for 25-26 school year, effective upon completion of the required paperwork. Any questions, Mr. Kennedy?
So her application, she's fully certified, her application's in the back.
Very good. So we have a motion to approve the employment of Janet Frazier, substitute teacher for 25-26 school year, effective upon completion of her required paperwork. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. And last but definitely not least, we have Luann McVeigh as substitute teacher for rehire for 25-26 year. Another motion.
So moved.
What can I say about Mrs. McVeigh, that some slackers don't return the letter in a timely manner, so, she's willing to sub for us for another year, so I'm happy to bring her to you for your consideration tonight.
What does it do for her husband?
As long as she doesn't work over 140 days.
Yeah, she worked, actually, the year before, she worked lunch, she did some counselor's position and stuff, so, yeah. Luann is a true advocate for our children.
Just giving her a hard time.
She called me a slacker all the time.
That's one nice thing she's probably said about me.
When we first moved into the community, Mrs. McVeigh went out of her way to make my daughters feel welcome and here. So
That doesn't surprise me one bit.
Okay, we have a motion to approve the employment of Luann McVeigh as a professional substitute for 25-26 school year. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Okay, we're down to new business, guys, moving right along here. Okay, we need a motion to approve the pre-bond service advertisement.
So moved.
Mr. McKenna.
Paper copy of that. Okay, so we've had discussion about seeking some pre-bond services for the possibility of building a new high school for Wirt County High School. And this just goes through all of the code provisions of what that needs to be. We would put this out in the Parkersburg News and Sentinel on the Charleston Gazette, July 14th, 21st, and 28th, for about 3 weeks. And then there would be a deadline that if they're interested in that, they've got to get their proposal to us by the deadline of August 8th. And that would give us approximately a week and some change to go through the applicants, conduct interviews with that, and then bring hopefully a successful candidate to that back before the board on August 18th.
Any questions? Mr. Brown, I don't remember, but could you check with legal counsel
Okay?
if a board member is allowed to sit on the interview committee for the engineering?
I believe that the board president, I thought that the board president was in fact,
You know,
I will ask that question.
but we want to make sure that we, as a board, we can appoint somebody to it.
Yep.
Because boards going to have, maybe question that up, that other people want. I just don't want to do it, I had a board to do it, and turn around and do something that we don't, they don't, we end up, go back to.
I can definitely.
Yeah, so you can ask that question. Okay, any other questions from Mr. McCallum on, this is just an advertisement, or we're not hiring anybody, we're just seeing who is out there that's interested. Any questions? Here none, we have a motion to approve the pre-bond service advertisement. All in favor say aye. Aye, opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Okay, we're down to approve policy J-09, open enrollment policy. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Mr. McCallum.
Okay, so, we've had lots of discussion on this policy, and at the last board meeting, the board's will was to put some language into, enrollment preferences. So if you look to page 3 in your packet of this, it's going down through the bulleted list of preferences through there. And so it still has the same listed, the siblings of students already enrolled, secondary students that have completed 10th grade and due to family relocation become non-resident students, students whose legal residence geographically within another county that are more proximate to our school, students who reside in a portion of the county where topography makes it long classified to our school. We don't have different districts, so that one's kind of a moot point for us. But then finally, students who are children, grandchildren, or legal boards of employees. And the language that follows that is the new language that you asked me to draft. And it says the following. It says, note, children of current Wirt County employees, with all other factors being equal, will be given preference over other out-of-county open enrollments, so long as doing so does not conflict with any other sections of this policy or with any other county or state policies.
Please, sir.
Yeah, to read it again?
Please.
Okay, it says, children of current Wirt County school employees, with all other factors being equal, will be given preference over other out-of-county open enrollments, so long as doing so does not conflict with any other section of this policy or with any other county or state policies.
So, all things being equal means that if we have a case where we have to separate siblings, we could keep them together as well. Okay.
Any other questions? Thank you, Mr. McCallum. I'm good with it. Any other questions? Here none, we have a motion to approve of policy J-09, open enrollment. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Okay, we're down to the naming resolution. I do not have the naming resolution. Do you have that here? Do you have something that you want to present to us?
I've done that into our paper, yes.
Okay. So at this time, I will entertain a motion to approve naming the resolution of Wirt County High School basketball court.
Yeah, come on up, Eric.
Do I have a motion?
So then, Questions?
Okay,
Yeah,
go ahead.
yeah, if we were to do this, this by itself doesn't mean a lot if there's nothing in addition that says what Coach Boltoff did for the students. Because every year we have new students, we have new parents that come through there. It has to be in conjunction with something that is mounted that says, here's
Resolution.
like a plaque or something.
Certainly, that would be great.
Yeah, what I was wanting, and I thought I was clear, okay, what I was wanting was an actual resolution, okay? We resolved as the Wirt County Board of Education that we will name the board, that Wirt County High School Basketball Board will be named in honor of Roy Alcott for his, and then list of things. That's what I was looking for, okay? Well, this is what I think, okay, and I've given a lot of thought to this, a lot of thought to this. And, you know, Roy talked to me, I was Roy's first principal in Wirt County, you know, attended Roy's basketball games. And I know that I'm probably going to get gigged of people saying I'm anti-Roy, and I'm truly, truly, truly not, okay? I just think this is a slope that we're going down. I'm not saying it's a bad slope. I just say that we're going to start something that could get away from us for future boards, okay? If we just name something after somebody, okay? And we don't have it put out why we're doing it, why this person deserves this honor. I'm not saying Coach Alcott doesn't deserve it. I'm just saying that we need to do that. Or next week, we might have somebody come in and say they want to name an auditorium after somebody, or this after somebody, that after somebody. So what I am going to suggest, and I did some research on this, and a lot of counties, not all counties, but quite a few, majority of counties have actual policies that lay out what has to happen in order to have a naming of a facility after somebody, or a piece of facility or a room. And because we can't do this year anyway, right? Am I correct in that?
It would be a very tight time.
Yeah, because they're already,
It's
so,
already, them being here is already scheduled.
yeah. So what I suggest, what I think we should do, and I provide all the information to Mr. County, I think we need to come up with a policy, okay, that says this is when we do it, and this is how we do it, and this is why we do it. And then bring back Coach Alcott under that policy. And that, from that point on, we have us and future boards, future superintendents, have something to rely upon when somebody comes in and says we want to name. Nothing to do with Coach Alcott. Okay, truly, people out there, nothing to do with Coach Alcott. I just think that we need to be thoughtful about it, and we need to put it under a policy.
Is this the first time in your experience that this has came about?
I remember back, I don't know if any of you guys remember Lou Rollins or not. Anybody remember? Lou Rollins was, yeah, Rebecca remembers Mr. Rollins. Mr. Rollins was the original principal of Elizabeth Elementary, which is now Wirt County Primary, but he actually laid blocks, they actually community built much of that building. And Mr. Rollins was the original principal, was there for 30 plus years. Okay, and when Mr. Rollins passed away, I'm thinking Larry Williams, or it might have been even Mr. Lyden, that was superintendent. They put a plaque. If you go over and go to the cafeteria area, there's a plaque that says that room is named the Lou Rollins multi-purpose area. Okay, and that is, and then we have this over here is named after Mr. Watson. The science wing is named the Ray Watson Science or Academic Wing or Vocational Wing or something like that. But that's so really too late to think of. And those are way back. And those are people that spent 40 years in our system. Okay? So what I'm going to do, we have a motion on the floor. Okay? And we're going to vote on this motion. And I'm going to vote no. And I want everybody to know that I'm voting no because I think there's a better way to do it. And then we'll come up with, if it fails, on one vote. Okay, if it fails, my vote has nothing, listen please, my vote has nothing to do with Roy Alcott. as to do I think there's a better way to do this, okay? A way that will bring more honor to the people that we put forward for this, or for naming something. So we're going to vote no. I'm going to vote no. And then we'll come back with a policy. Can't do it next board meeting, it's too short. The board meeting after, go through that policy, and then bring back this and actually have what we need in order we can say that we did our due diligence.
And if you wanted to, even if you wanted to like explore the plaque that you might want, you know what I mean, dimensions of it, because I'm with you, like that's an extremely good idea too, to have that, to like, oh wow, you know.
Yeah,
I'd like to see this done. I just want to see something that explains why it's important for the new people.
Yes, and I think we need to retroactively go back and get a plaque for the football field as well. For Wirt
That's-
County.
Well, and that's what
That's the only athletic facility that's.
Yeah, you know,
and that's where I agree with you. You know, previously from his experience, he's just named 2 times. He just said no. So it's one of those things. Like I see what he's saying. I'm in agreement. We've not been faced with this before, and in order to honor him fully, we want to have a policy in place. That way, like he said, future, if this comes about again, unfortunate circumstances, you know what I mean? But once it comes again, we have a policy in place that we follow.
Is it possible to table it, not vote no?
if we table it, when you table, you have to bring it back up to next meeting, or it just dies. So we can table it, and it won't come back up next meeting, it won't be. So then it just dies, okay? Because you can only table something for 1 meeting, and if it doesn't come back at the next meeting, then it just dies. That's a better way to vote no. Just table it, and then let it die, and then once we pass a policy,
Out of respect.
we encourage you, we almost demand you, when we pass the policy, will you come back with this? Okay? But I think that's the correct way to do it.
I recommend we table this.
Okay, who made that motion? Okay. Mr. Moore, will you revise your motion to table the naming resolution for Wirt County High School basketball?
Yeah, I would redact my previous one and would like to make a motion that we table it.
We have a motion to table the
The
naming of the
resolution.
basketball court. Any questions, comments?
In the meantime, come up with what you think that rate should be.
And I commend you for coming up with those, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's got nothing to do with Coach Alcock. It's got to do with the big picture of the system going down the road. Because, we'll get somebody come in, name an auditorium after somebody, name, whatever after somebody. And the one thing we don't have to worry about is somebody naming our track after somebody.
Yeah. You don't have to
Yeah.
worry about that.
Yeah. Okay, so we have a motion on the table to table the naming resolution of the Wirt County High School basketball court. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Eric, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, and we are, like I said, it won't be next meeting, but the second meeting in July, we'll have that policy. We'll have a policy, we'll go through it, we'll put a comment, and then hopefully by sometime in August, we'll be ready to have this conversation. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Cheese.
Thank you. Okay, we're down to number 4 under new business. Need a motion to approve the addition of 5 days as needed to Callie Gardy for 24-25 contract with TIS. Do I have a motion? So moved. Mr. McConaughey?
So as you recall, last year, we were without TIS for a portion of the summer at the high school. Callie stepped in and helped the high school get all of their computers and everything squared away and geared up for the school year. And so that has left her not very many days to do the things that the middle school needs her to do at the end of the contract this year. Mrs. Hickman has asked that we give her up to 5 additional days as needed to help get the middle school squared away. And as you just
Any questions? Here none, we have a motion to approve the addition of 5 days as needed to County Guardian for 24-25 contract with TIS. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it. With the board, my fellow board members' approval, we're going to move the superintendent's evaluation to the very last thing. And that way, people will be able to not have to stay around. Is that okay with everybody?
Yes.
Okay, so with that being said, we're down to contracted services, okay? Any motion to approve, okay, Best Life Therapy is 3, right? So the first 3, Best Life Therapy, Speech, Audiology, and Deaf and Hard of Hearing are the same company. I'm going to take those as one motion, if that is okay. Okay, need a motion to approve contracted services for Best Life Therapy, Speech Therapy Services, Best Life Therapy Audiology Services, and Best Life Therapy Deaf and Hard of Hearing Services. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Motion by council.
So we utilize these folks before for the same things, that updated contract with the years back.
Any questions?
Yes, on the physical therapist, is the contractor should be compensated?
Okay, we're not there yet.
Okay.
This is nicely. This is speech, audiology, and deaf and hard of hearing. Okay, any other questions? Here none, we have a motion to approve the contract services for Best Life Therapy, Speech Therapy Services, Best Life Therapy, Audiology Services, Best Life Therapy, Deaf and Hard of Hearing Service. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Okay, now we're to Integrated Speech Solutions. Do I have a motion to approve Integrated Speech Solutions Augmentation and Alternative Communication Evaluation, AAC?
So moved.
Any questions? Have we used them before? Okay, we have a motion to approve Integrated Speech Solution Augmentative and Alternative Communication Evaluations, AAC. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Okay, need a motion to approve DOT-1 Vision Services, visually impaired orientation and mobility services.
So moved.
Questions? We've used those before.
Yes.
Okay, we have a motion to approve DOT-1 Vision Services, visually impaired orientation and mobility services. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. I need a motion to approve Amy Isley as physical therapist.
So moved.
Any questions? Mr. Sherrill?
Yes, so, in our packet, we'll get to, and I'm trying to see the page from here. It lists a chart where it says, 2025-26 school fees, schedules per service. And then it says the service, and then on the right-hand side, it says cost per hour. So when
I'm not seeing on the physical therapy contract chart.
okay, so, see,
Yeah, that's speech.
if it's,
That's not physical therapist, that's the speech.
even if it's that, okay, but because on here it lists.
Yeah,
seven.
that was the integrated speech services that the board voted on the previous section.
Okay, so even though,
What's the question?
well,
Yeah.
because it says it lists physical therapy cost per hour, and that has a different price than what's listed in the following.
These folks give a wide variety of services. We are contracting with this particular company for speech, for physical therapy.
Okay.
They provide a wide range of services,
Okay.
but this particular company, which which was the integrated speech solutions.
She doesn't work for them.
No,
So that page is the previous contract, not this one.
Yes. So we are utilizing them for speech and not physical therapy for this particular company.
although they provided
Oh, correct.
all what they charge.
Because that company then is charging less than the one we're signing the contract with. Because that one is $77 per hour, and the next one down says those should be compensated $86 per half hour. So.
Well, and part of this is like the availability and just because they provide it doesn't mean that they have people do it. I know for the OTPT folks that we have used, we have utilized this person for a number of years, and I think we're happy with the services that they provide.
Because that is more than double what is listed from a service provider we get other services from for that same service.
Yeah, I can find out some more information about that perhaps, but I know for OTPT, this is the person that we've used for several years.
Yeah, because if we are comfortable with the services provided by the other company, my assumption is, it could be mistaken, that they can provide the services listed at an equal rate as the other company, but at half the cost.
Well, they had that listed on their fee schedule, but like Mr. McCown said, they might not have a physical therapist.
They might not, but in the contract that I'm just reading, I mean, they're advertising, it appears like they're advertising for $77 an hour as opposed to 160, whatever it's out to now. I'd like to, and then if, when it says in the contract that we're looking at for physical therapist, it says per half hour. Does that mean that they will charge in half hour increments? Or does it mean that, that 86 is for a half an hour versus an hour to be billed at? Or is it saying 86 an hour to be charged in half hour increments?
Well, the contract that I have says $76 per half hour for our services, so that would be billed in for the increments.
Because this one below it says 86 per half hour. Unless I'm on the wrong page.
I'm not sure.
Well, the one earlier, what you're calling the $76, it's per half hour also.
The top one?
Let me see, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
We've got so many of
Because-
them on that one.
Yeah, no, because on that one it says per. I believe this is per hour, not per half hour.
One moment. Yeah, that's this.
Yeah, this is Michelle. This is the next one. This is Michelle, this is OT. This is
Yeah, this is, okay, I'm sorry. There's so many of them here.
it says 86.
Yeah, I got it. Oh, rather than 86.
Well, I will tell you, I am by no means the expert in all of these contracted services, and Mrs. Brown is not with us and deals with this. But I know even if we get a person, okay, sometimes they aren't available to cover all
Next one, we need a motion to approve the occupational therapist contract with Michelle Sandra. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Any questions on this? Any questions?
It's coming from long-term care, I feel. Sometimes, because like sometimes there's just not enough bodies for the care, for the minutes, like you said, you know what I mean? And sometimes it's worth it.
Okay, we have a motion to approve Michelle Santer as occupational therapist. All in favor say aye. Aye, opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. And motion to approve Knox Counseling, Woodcock Johnson testing. I'm sorry, I said counseling, didn't I? Knox Consultant, Woodcock Johnson testing. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Any questions? Here none, we have a motion to approve the contract with Knox Consultant, Woodcock Johnson testing. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it. A motion to approve contract with Dina Swain, special education specialist.
So
Any questions?
I'll just say we've utilized Dina. She was at RISA as a special ed specialist, shared by numerous counties. When RISA went away, we shared her with various counties and contracted with her. And now that she's semi-retired, she's willing to come back and just work for us on a limited basis. And that's what this contract is. So she has provided some expertise in consulting a lot of these and all that stuff.
Any questions? Here none, we have a motion to approve Dina Swain, special education specialist. All in favor say aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. They need to authorize the position of second assistant volleyball coach for Wirt County Middle School. Do I have a motion?
So,
Commissioner McCollum.
As per Mrs. Hickman's email on your packet, it says when we originally offered that out, they weren't interested, but they're asking Mrs. Hickman for us to authorize that position.
Any questions? Here none, we have a motion to approve the second assistant volleyball coach for Wirt County Middle School. All in favor say aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Okay, at this time, I will make a motion to enter into executive session to conduct the evaluation of the superintendent. Any questions? We have a motion to enter into executive session to conduct the evaluation of the superintendent. All in favor say aye. Opposed say nay.